Sleeping on a park bench in a parking floor to heat. All the world in a bag at her feet. Says I've dealt her a losing hand. Needed help just to stand. Moved down and she said to be near the kids her sister raised. Not her. The little one, pride in you see. While someone else raised a family. Her kids would say, trap house free. Away from mom, no trees near these shelters. Walking through a shelter, meant for bad alive. She said she needed help just to survive. They were nicer than the homeless best. So she told the stories that she said. But she never stayed too long, fighting everyone and getting on wrong. One by one, those doors all closed. Every shelter finally told her go. She once had 2 little kittens. Used them both for internet attention. Said my baby's my whole world. Posted pictures for attention squirrel. Never fixed on that windows right. Said she needed that fresh air inside. One got burned by wax, smelled bad. Never saw a vet, just sad. Kittens gone. And one day both kittens gone. Open window, moved along. Whole town knew just what went wrong, but she said she did nothing wrong. Another story, another lie, another victim, same old cry. Nothing's ever her mistake. It's always just a bad like break. Natasha C, passed her head around, got her off that parking ground. Never get a place to stay, thought she'd finally be okay. But the ring ain't doing much with my excuses stacked up, same old lie. Couple months and in the end, evicted again, thanks to helping friends. Oldest son moved in with her oldest son. Said it helped till she got things done. Stayed a while, ate his food, brought her problems and a mood. Left him roaches, left him stressed, left his house a bigger mess. And somehow fights between the boys turn into more of a noise. She's a Coca-Cola king with a plastic crown, building little empires that all fall down. Big talk, no work, same old scene. Living room, self-made queen. If excuses for money, seen on this time, but all she got is a plastic crown. To Chicago, left Florida for Chicago cold. Had a fan to the heart of gold. Said I'm happy with the kids, you'll see. You can always count on me. Packed the bags, took the ride, but the truth she always hides. Didn't love, just use the place. Another bridge, she's through the race. Turning point, roaches, pressure, all alone. Little roaches, it's so long. Boxes, bags, they made the trip. Just like every stinking shit. Everywhere she goes the same. Different town, same old game. That's the moment titles change. Now they call her Roach Queen Saint. She's a Roach Queen with a plastic crown, running every kinship in the ground. Big dog, no work, same routine. Living room, self-made queen. If it's using more money, need on this town, but all she got is a plastic crown. Met a guy one night, Chicago bar, and neon lights. True that she had more than him, but she played the poor girl like again. Told the world she needed code, that wasn't always just a joke. Money came from those who cared, they just didn't know what it was really for there. Now he says she found a sponsor, one that's gonna finally prosper. Says she'll never need again money, food, or help from friends. Sacrifice and disappear, just like every other year. No one knows just where she's been, but the cycle starts again. New month, new scheme. Now there's a new kitten on her face. Front and center, little stage. Videos for clicks on views. Same old game with something new. Cute little face on every screen. Part of a recycled screen. Everyone watching thinks it's sweet. They don't know, haven't yet seen no repeat. Yeah, she's a rose queen with a plastic grill, leaving every cut ring burned to the ground. Big talk, small world, same routine, but always self-made queen. Every man's settles down. He's another broken town. And jump when you think you've seen it all. She starts another rise and fall. Clockwork, when the going gets tough, she gets mental again. Hospital hosts and sympathy friends. Says she needs money from a distant past. Like every emergency she's had in the past, but the truth ain't hard to detect. Government insurance already cuts the check. Same old story, same old thing. Just another brave by the Roach Queen. From a park bench down in Florida Green to another town.
Good evening, everybody. How are we this evening? Amanda, Betty, Bliss, Brandy, you're in here early. Good to see you. Kinergy, Shelly, Summer, hello. Betty, Kinergy, I saw you were holding down the fort while I was late. Thank you. My tooth popped out right before I came in here. I guess we're going to do this until the permanents come in. Loving this for me. Not. Anyway, so quick housekeeping. Terry's a little under the weather this evening, so she won't be here. So there is that. Wasn't sure I was going to go live tonight, but last night, after I got off, we had a post pop up. Hello, hello. I know you do. And Kenergy, I love you doing the emoji lyrics. I absolutely love it. You got this. You're in trouble if I change up the lyrics, but I'm going to have to change it up soon because everybody's going to get sick of that song, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. If she messages me anytime soon, I will make sure that everybody sent her well wishes. Or when she checks out the replay, because we know everybody checks out the replay, she'll see all the well wishes. Hey, Stanley. Good to see you. Good to see you. What do you do? What are you doing? What are you doing, my lovely little lady down here? Rosie's down here being annoying now. Rosie's being annoying. Rosie's being annoying. So I don't think tonight will be too long. I have to get up somewhat early because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And it's a little over an hour drive. And I'm actually driving because on the way back, I'll probably stop at Whole Food and see what I don't need to spend any money on. What are you doing, Rosie? Looky. Say hi. Say hi. Don't step on the keyboard. I got my keyboard on my lap and now she wants to come up. Say hello. You gonna say hi? No? You just want to come up here and be annoying? Okay. And she's gone. Poof. And she's gone. So anyway. Ugh. I didn't brush my hair, so it looks weird. So anyway, it's all flat on top. I gotta take a shower and wash it tonight. Anyway, so I don't buy their cakes. I like most of their produce. They have really nice produce. Myers is like down the road for me, and they have a wonderful produce section. But Whole Foods is like 35 miles away from me, but they're pretty close to the VA. Well, they're en route. So that's a special trip. But they are the only place anywhere near me that has all of the sweet potatoes I like. I don't need any sweet potatoes. But since since they're en route, I'm going to stop and see if they have anything else that I need. So there are a couple things that I get from them occasionally from Amazon orders. Some of their, the whole 365 food line, some of their grain bags, most of the grains, you're going to step on the keyboard and do something. You're being naughty. Most grains, I'll make them from scratch, but sometimes it's nice to have just the single or double serve pre-made bags, the kind that you can just pop in the microwave because, you're having a lazy day, or all of a sudden it's like, oh man, I am just craving this and I don't feel like taking the time to make it. So you could just pop one of those in the microwave. So, hey, I am not beyond, the instant satisfaction or instant gratification. Let me check something here. I'm not beyond instant satisfaction, instant gratification when you have a craving or last minute decision because you are on one of those YouTube foodie rabbit holes. That happens. That happens. Oh, My appetite's gone. You know why? Jump scare. Yeah. I just got a jump scare. Thanks for that. Yes, Rosie is a sweetie. She's my sweetie. Oh, I would love to have a Sprouts. Let's see. Oh, let me put comments up on the screen. I am glad that I have one moderator in here. Bliss, are you going to be around all evening, you think? Or are you going to be bouncing here shortly? Hold on, let me do something here. Let me see what else. Okay. You saw tonight's title. It's not something I want to talk about long because it's a windbag that is not going to get any attention. Oh, Stanley, would you be interested in that? And Betty, yes, you are. Is that something you would be interested in, Betty? Oh, okay. I just saw that comment. Give me just a second here. Let me see. Amanda, how about you? Things are going to start getting messy. I don't want to do everybody and do the Blue Wrench crew. And I don't want to just do everybody. I can't do that. Okay. We got 3, and I did ask Amanda, so I don't want to forget that I asked Amanda. Amanda, would you be interested? Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so we got the 3 new mods there. That should have us covered for whenever we're live. We'll reevaluate at another point. Thank you so much for the volunteers. The pay is incredible. You get zip. Just my appreciation. No, thank you, Betty. Thank you. Thank you, Kenergy. Yes. Okay. Anyway, the title, Bagpipes, Windbags, and Hags, must be Monday. A post went up last night. I'm going to address the post real quick. We might chat about it for a couple minutes, and then that's it. Somebody's lonely, wants some attention, is going to get just a couple minutes of it. So let me put the post up. Yes, Shikuntko put up a post. Let me pull it up over here where I could read it better. To ease the souls of those special people out there. We're going to address that comment. No one knew, I repeat, no one knew about me and my bullcrap with the wish list and about her saying it on Pops until I posted it for all to see. No one gave an F to read it until Shikuntko read it and told everyone. Curls was the last to know. We just found out. Okay. Now I'm going to take it off the screen because that's all the attention she's getting with her post. Okay, Shikanko. Nobody thinks Curls knew about it any sooner. Let's get that out of the way, okay? Nobody's blaming Curls for anything, okay? That's over, said and done with. I like the part where you said you brought it to everybody's attention. Everybody knows you're a shit stirrer. Everywhere you go, you stir shit. Why do you think everybody calls you shitty? Okay? That's why everybody calls you shitty. You're a shit stirrer. That's what you do. You stir shit everywhere. That's what you do. And you like to stir it around anybody that associates with B, because you don't want anybody to be her friend because you're so fucking jealous. Okay? That's what you do. I'm not going to call you shitty like everybody else does. I'm calling you Shikuntgo. That is my name for you from now on, Shikuntgo, because that's what you are. Okay? That's most of the attention you're getting from me for that. I do like the talk at the beginning of that post where you say special girl. There is one other post that was brought to my attention. Let me grab that right quick here. It's an older post. I don't remember the date on it, but you talk about somebody else where you're mentioning a special girly. Okay, the rest of the post is irrelevant here for today, but everybody to you is a special girly. I have the video clip. I'm not pulling it up tonight because I really don't want to talk about you. Okay, because you're Chicago. Okay, you're a shit starring troublemaker. That's all you do. Okay, but I have the clip where you say you were in special ed classes. You are the special one. I was never in special ed. Okay, and even those who might have been in special ed, so what? Okay, so you calling anybody special, what, self-reflection, Shikanko? Is that a self-reflection? Are you mirroring the fact that you were special ed? Which, by the way, when you said that, I was in the live the night that you said that. Do you know it took everything in me not to say, well, that explains a lot. It took everything in me not to make that response. That it explains a lot why you act the way you do. And I don't mean that as an assault to anybody else, as an insult to anybody else at special ed, because not everybody is in special ed because they're fucking assholes like you. Okay? Not everybody that uses special ed is a fucking asshole like you. You are. You're a shit-stirring asshole. Okay? And you just said it in that post. And remember, once it's on the internet, it's there forever. You started this shitstorm. You know, the little brouhaha that's going on between, myself and, well, I won't say it's everything, but you brought that post to everybody's attention. Okay, you caused some of the heartache. I don't even know if that's the right word, but you caused some of the distress that Curls felt, some of the letdown and everything. She would have found it in her own time, and she might have dealt with it differently. She might have decided that, say, hey, can we talk? And we could have talked. B might have decided to deal with it differently. I don't know. We don't know, because you went behind the scenes and you did what you do, and you shit stirred. And you shit stirred and you shit stirred because you're a shit stirring Shikanko. That's all you are. Now let's see what the chat has to say about it. Oh, and let me put this here since we don't have Terry here tonight. There, I just put that there. Yeah, Amanda, like I said, there's all different reasons people use special ed. So why is she posting anything? Because she's a shit-stirring asshole. That's why. Okay, let me back up here. Pretend fashionista. Hello, I'm so glad you made it in tonight. Okay, I gotta go back here because I had to go off on that little bit. We have awesome people here. Okay. Yes. And after we address the comments here about it, that's the extent of it, because she doesn't get a platform here either. Exactly. You know, she wanted to say that, you know, we didn't know. Who cares? You know, was did she bring it up because, you know, she thought somebody was blaming something on curls? Nobody's blaming anything on curls, okay? Nobody's blaming anything on curls. And that's it right there. That's it right there. And we know that she records everything. You know, did she know about it back then and maybe forget? Yeah, that's a possibility. Who cares? She knew. You know she knew because she admitted it. No, she's not. She's a horrible person, you know, and I set aside my opinions on, oh, I do have something else to say. How am I letting myself forget this? I'm probably being reminded in the chat, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. Yeah, hold on. Let me get the chat caught up here. And you know what, she's got enough on her plate. You know, she's got her own personal stuff going on, and you know, nobody has a problem with that. Oh, I was looking for the R word thing. Yes, because I recall that too, and I just could not find it because I didn't think about it until it was too late, and that was part of why I was running a little bit behind. But the main reason I was late starting is because I popped off my tooth, probably because I was grinding my teeth while I was looking for something. I'm not sure at what point you said bingo, Amanda, but thank you. And again, as a reminder, I'm only as good as the company I keep here. Brandy said hey to the new mods. Oh, Amanda, if you could send me the link for that. Oh, right there. Amanda, if you could send me the link for that and the other link. My email is in my about section. Yeah, because I went looking for the other thing that you mentioned, earlier today? You mentioned, or that I responded to earlier today, and I could not find it. I didn't want to keep posting and, have anybody else all up in our business. So, yeah, the email's up in that link in the about section for the channel here. Yeah, I just didn't want to share everything, Bliss. She's sharing things because she's posting things because she's a Chicanco. Yep. And Shannon does come in here. I haven't seen her in a while, but she does come here. If she doesn't, she's dumber than we give her credit for. Okay. And somebody has it where she said that. Somebody has it. Yeah, there are so many things that can be special ed. Yeah, there are so many things that could be special ed. So her going around calling everybody special girls, fuck her. Bingo, Kennergy. Bingo. Welcome to the club. And I think we can all safely agree that she wasn't in that Shikanko was not in special ed because of the gifted program. Yes, she is. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Absolutely, I did. I think I took Bliss out the first time I said that. Oh, look at that. We got 24 in the bushes now. To be relevant. She's just made herself completely irrelevant. Okay. I think I'm getting somewhere. I just started to get to know her. I mean, we had a great time until the last time. Yep. She must be taking those lessons from the goblin. Deny, deny, deny. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I'm really sorry too. Hi, Teresa. Teresa, we added a few more mods tonight. Just in case you didn't make it in, I wanted to make sure we had some because I figured, we might have a troll or two try to pop in because we're talking about Shakuntko. You can never tell who's going to be bothered by what word nowadays. So, you know. Oh, I love that greeting. I'll double check to make sure it's there, Amanda. But yeah, Terry can give it to you too. I just don't want to flash it on the screen here. Oh, hey, Terry. Hey, Terry. How you feeling, sweetie? Yeah, I told everybody you were a little under the weather. Everybody's giving you well wishes. Thank you, Amanda. Always glad to make someone laugh. Yep. Hello, all the bush watchers. Yes, she is. Okay. I was going to say, if y'all wonder what my issue with Shikuntko is we all have our different opinions on popcorn. You know, I'm not a big fan of popcorn. I think she's done some horrible things, some nasty things. Nobody's perfect. Nasty things, they go around. Um, in one of Popcorn's lives, Shikanko went in there and said some of the nastiest, vilest things to her as a child survivor of SA. And I'm also a survivor of SA. And it was incredibly offensive to me as a survivor. And it was the vilest, most disgusting thing to me. I mean, I took offense to it. Anybody who has been SA'd would have found what she said to be incredibly offensive. And that is why I have great issues with Shikanko. And I set aside my differences with her because of her friendship and my friendship with V. Once it was made clear where my friendship B withstood, well, you know what happened with my tolerance for Shikanko. It's gone. But now you know why I feel the way I do about Shikanko. Make no mistake about how I feel about that woman. And B always knew exactly how I felt about Shikanko and why. Let's make no mistake about that either. B knew how I felt about her. And she knew that I was holding myself back out of respect for her. So, Any more questions on that? I offended her delicate values because I took out the Goblin's wish list a couple years ago. That's what happened. You know, and Shikuntko just admitted on that post last night that she's the one that got everybody riled up about it. So Chicago got everybody riled up about it. So anyway, that was my whole thing with that. So no, nothing, well, not that I know of. I don't think anything new happened. You know, I don't think anything new has happened with B. You know, it's parted, it's over with. Teresa just got that. Yep. Everybody else can call her what they want. I have hereby dubbed her Shikuntko. Yeah, she does, Betty. She is so possessive of B that she starts fights with everybody around that. I don't think she wants anybody else to make to have a friendship with B because B is hers. I really think that's the root of it. She doesn't want anybody else to be friends with B because B is hers. That's it. Period. The end. B is hers. Well, she started the pot. Their pot is theirs. They can have it. Nope. We've got the Canarino over here. We don't care if you can type or not, Teresa, but if typing's really tough on you, you could just come up on panel, Teresa. The link is pinned. Just saying. So, whatever. Oh, Terry, I'm sure you noticed since I didn't think you were going to pop in, so I did add a couple more mods. Teresa wasn't here either. It was just Bliss, and I'm like, well, just in case, the Shikuntko decided she wanted to try to troll or anything, and I just wanted to make sure we had a couple more mods in here. So Kenergy volunteered, and Miss Betty volunteered. Miss Amanda did the smartest thing ever and declined. And Miss Stanley volunteered. So we added 3 more mods tonight. And yeah, they accepted it with that big paycheck attached. So figured it'd be better safe than sorry. So never hurts to have little things that make us feel younger than we actually are. Hey, we're all a team here. We're all a team here. We all work together. Hey, you'll be killing it. I want to see all that new bling tomorrow, Kenarino. I know. They're gonna have to arrange for class pictures. We'll have to arrange for some class photos. So, but anyway, um, nothing else too exciting going on. Yeah, I saw the goblin did another little throwdown, giving our Shelly Belly some shells bells, um, a little bit of shit, talking some shit on Shell. So, um, oh, I didn't see that, Amanda. I'll have to go check that out. I've been ignoring her for the most part right now. Um, you know, taking care of some other low key shit. I'm rolling my eyes at that, Terry. You know that, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to do class photos. Um, oh, you know what? Somebody go ask the goblin if they had any crowns over to Dollar General. She just went and blew $50 at Dollar General. Money she doesn't have. She did let everybody know that on a community post that I was trying to rhyme, Shelly. I was trying to rhyme. Um, she let everybody know on a community post that she went and spent $50 at the Dollar General that she didn't have. So that's kind of a grift. That's kind of a grift. Oh, Bliss is coming up.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello.
What's up, my lady?
Um, so I have the worst memory, but there's something that's sticking out, and I'm wondering if you know or the chat knows where the fuck Shitty said what she said. Because I don't know if it was on her live that I reacted to, or if it was in the live chat of these members only, where she said that she knew that you dismantled the wish list from jump. She said that. I know she said that. I just can't remember where.
I am thinking when I read that, I am thinking that she said it in my live where I got cornholed. I'm thinking that she said that.
Oh, yes. I think you're right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back. I'm not gonna do it here because that was a pretty long live if I recall correctly, and I'm not gonna be able to do it tomorrow because I'll be on the road. But
I got you.
I'm gonna have to go back and double check that. But I think it was in that live.
Well, she's gonna run back and delete it now.
Oh shit.
She will. She will. She knows she said it, and I know other people saw that she said it, and I know for a fact because I said it in maybe one or two of my lives. I brought that exact comment up. I know I did.
Yeah, you know what? That's right, you did. Quick, somebody go and screen record that.
That's a long live, girl.
Yeah, I know.
I
Um,
know I screen recorded it, but I don't know if I got the chat. I don't remember.
yeah. Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me.
I might have actually. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna look real quick because I remember the live.
Let me pull up Microsoft Word. Get that off the screen. Oh, new blank document. Okay. Live. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
All right, I have your live pulled up when I'm reacting, but I don't have the live chat up. But if you brought that comment up on screen, I caught it. So she can try to go and delete it.
Okay, I did bring that up on screen.
I'm pretty sure you did. I'm pretty sure because I think that's when I mentioned it.
Okay.
I'll have to check later though. It's like a 3 hour live, so. Oh no, it's starting to rain.
Okay. So that was right before. That would have had to have been the Let's Chat. That would have been right before I did the Come Watch Paint Dry with me, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
I gotta be honest, I've never paid much attention to Chicago. So don't have the best memory in general, but especially when it comes to people that are incredibly relevant.
Yeah, I don't pay tremendous attention to her either. Um,
You know what I did just find? This is a little off topic. I don't remember seeing this, but let me just ask a question before I tell you what it is. Who would know very specific things about Chicago's life? Which one of her friends?
Bewood, they're best buddies.
Uh-huh. So I find it funny that I just ran across a screenshot of a comment from First Stock Ever where they delve into Chicago and the whole NAZI situation and her whole fucking life story about why she said what she said. Who the fuck else would know that other than BDO?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally in left field with First Sock Ever, except for with what you said. I don't know anything about the history with that.
Well, just know that it's BDO. That's all you need
Well,
to fucking know.
yeah, I know that's what you're saying. I know that's what you're saying. And I remember B saying something to me about that. And she I remember her telling me that that is not her. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm like, I don't know anything about the history with that account. So I says, I'm out of it because I don't know any of the history with what is going on with you guys in that account.
Well, maybe one day I'll break it down for you and you'll
Yeah,
see it. But again, who would know Chicago's fucking parents' history, her birth? Like, there's only very few people online that I believe she's close to like that would know such specific things to be able to lay it all out in a comment explaining it.
well, also her daughter. Hey, I have that other stream pulled up, by the way. I was going to go ahead and copy the chat into a Word document, but
Oh,
the chat is also on the screen. So even if she deleted it, she can't delete it off.
exactly.
Yeah, she can't delete it off the screen.
Yeah.
So even if she went in and deleted her comments, that they won't delete from the screen.
Well, now if she does that, it'll look even better.
Yeah. So
Anyways, what's up with Coley? I haven't paid attention to her little Coley polls in a while. She's still going on?
I've checked out some of her shorts here and there, but I haven't really, other than catching the short here and there, I haven't really been paying attention to her. So can't say much. I've been
Mm,
dealing, with my anxiety and everything the way it was. She was the last thing on my mind. So
yeah,
I
she
did notice,
typically is.
yeah, I did notice a short that she did. I think it was yesterday. It looks like she's got new lashes, and I was like, oh wow, they're not banging off the inside of my monitor, so they must not look too bad. That was the one thought I had on the short that I saw.
Oh, maybe she watched my eyelash video and improved her game.
So I'm sorry, what?
I said maybe she watched my eyelash tutorial video and improved her game. I tagged her in it a long time ago. Maybe she had it in her watch later.
Maybe that's it.
I just wanted to give her a little attention because she must be so fucking lonely over there with no one paying her ass any mind. So there you go, Coley. Make 50 shorts out of it, girl.
So, but yeah, Coley's begging for attention, I'm sure. But it seems like she's spending most of her time talking about Erica Kirk.
Huh. Nice, Shelley. I never spotted that.
So, hold on. I'm scanning through the chat over here.
I believe that too, Amanda. I think both Shitty and Anaconda. No.
Okay, I'm done looking over there right now. I'm on live. We'll look at that later. But she's still in the chat, so she hasn't deleted it. So okay, let me see where are we in here? What's Shelley saying?
Shelley's just pointing out some more coincidences between B and First Suck Ever that after a while are no longer fucking coincidences when you have about 100 of them.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, coincidence, they happen here and there, but when it gets to be too many, you can't keep calling it a coincidence when it gets to be too many. So I totally get that.
All right, I just want to point out one thing to you, since you say you don't really know. And again, I have the proof, but I'm not going to show the proof because I'm not going to risk anyone. Tell me
Okay.
why B would be in that group chat with three other women, one of them being Shelley, and she would ask a very, very specific question about a post or a short that Popcorn did, okay? And no one had the answer. And within an hour, First Act Ever is also posting that same exact question. Is that coincidence?
That's weird.
Well,
I'm not
there's about
I'm not
50
sure how
more of
to,
those.
yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that because I've had stuff doing that where I'm sitting there thinking about something and then all of a sudden, the same thing I'm thinking about pops up on my screen, you
Well, that's
know?
the algorithm. I mean, I think about vacuum cleaners and they pop up. I totally get that. But when
Yeah,
it's a specific person and a specific channel always doing that, at
yeah,
some point you got to make the connection. It's not
right.
algorithm.
Yeah,
Purposeful.
so yeah, that's why I said, that's a hard one for me to answer, but other, you have, it sounds like you have a lot of documented incidences like that takes it beyond, a possible, coincidence. So, you know, you make it where it's kind of what's the word? Uncontroverted proof.
Mhm.
You're crossing that line from coincidence into, you know, hardcore bona fide, you know.
Yeah, I think I reached that a long time ago.
It
Also the
it
fact that
sounds like,
all of them haven't said a fucking word.
you know,
Why would that be?
it does sound like it.
Yeah. Anyways, I didn't want to get into that, but I did want to give Miss Coley Cole some attention. Hey, Coley, hey, girl, we know you're here.
Yeah,
Leo.
we call her the crazy cunt over here, or the crazy Tuesday.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. We know they're all here. All of y'all are here right now. Come in the chat. Speak your mind. I'll be back in there, Rebran.
Okay. Thanks for coming up. Hey, you can do a lot of that work from home. Not everything, but you can. But you need to get out of the house too. I don't think Coley's a big enough for Erica to even notice. So Shelley Abbott, PI. I'm pretty sure I was talking to B when that live was done. I'm just trying to remember. I think that's when I think that was when I was like, look, I don't know all the backstory on that, and I just would rather not. I'm pretty sure that was, if there was any conversation, I'm pretty sure that would have been the extent of it. Because some of you guys have like years of history on each other. That's just way too much to try to catch up on. And I don't need that much stress from everybody. Which video are we talking about? Ooh, what numbers? What numbers? Oh, now see, writing things down in certain ways and little stuff like that. I like little details like that. Okay, wait a minute. Ah, okay. See, I like obscure little details like that because it's details like that that usually give people up. Okay. Uh-oh, the dollar store song. There you go. Is it too soon to be saying bingo around here? Anybody? Too soon? We got the dollar store jingo. This is nuts. Let's see. Let's see if we got anything being said. Anybody talking shit? Okay. Well, we know Daddy cooked her dinner tonight. Scrambled eggs and leftovers from yesterday. So she ate. So rest assured, nobody needs to worry. The goblin was fed today. She had sustenance. Daddy fed her, and then leftovers. She did her laundry, her bedding, hung up her clothes, folded, put away. so she doesn't look like a ragamuffin today. Let's see, spent her $50. And then Shelly, I'm sure you saw that she made a post giving you some grief. As if she matters. She said she was getting in the shower today, so that's good. That's good. Shower always wakes you up and makes you feel better. Talked about addressing a campaign of hate. You know, really address the shit that you give us. Just saying, just throw that out there for the stupid ones in the back. Like goblins. We're only going to address the stupid shit you give us to address. What? Oh, that would have been fun. If they did bingo around here, it would be for an Amish quilt. But those fuckers sell for like $1,000 and up. Ooh, that's harsh. You know what though, Stanley? She's in another state. I sure hope she changed everything over to the different state. Unless, of course, she's really not planning on being there for long. Because you do have to change all that over when you change states. Change your ID, change your Medicare, medical, whatever she's on. I'm not encouraging anybody to comment. I'm not encouraging that. I mean, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but, we're not inciting harassment here. Well, apparently it is for her. Just like, eating every day is a flex for her. Oh no, not the bonnet. I didn't. I'm still rinsing. I was just thinking that. I was just thinking, is she gonna do a Coley? Oh God, no, not do a Coley, but post like a post. Shit. I laughed when I saw that, when I saw the butt plug, Shelly. I couldn't resist. I hit the YouTube home screen earlier today, and the first thing on my screen is a purple butt plug. And I just busted up laughing. Yep, a purple butt plug. Speaking of which, we could all crochet a butt plug. I got a pattern. You lie. You don't wear them. You don't wear them. Jesus. Oh my God. Oh. I have a clip of the goblin talking about how embarrassing it is not having teeth. Let me see if I can pull it up here. And she also talks about not about she doesn't have roaches either, by the way. Thought y'all should know that. She doesn't have roaches. Just got the clip today, but I didn't do anything to it, so I got to remember where I put it. Damn it. Oh, I do remember that, Kennergy. Well, we don't know that for a fact yet. She may have brought them. We just don't know yet. Hey, I just found something else I couldn't find before.
That's all I'm doing. And I do think it'll be funny to have a live stream once a week, and I'll take some of the best, like, Reddit stuff I go to look at, and you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it. Like, the rumors are, you know, some of them be whack as fuck. Like, damn, y'all can't come up with something better than cockroach. Like, a bitch like me ain't never had a home with cockroaches. Anyways, okay, like, whatever floats your boat. Toothless is now the big one, you know. I don't like my toothless mouth any more than the rest of you. Do you think when I look into the mirror at these teeth, do you think that I'm proud? Do you think that makes me feel sexy? Do you think it doesn't make me a little insecure? Like, what are you reiterating bullshit? That's what you're doing. Everyone's deflecting. Everyone wants to make Tira the new villain.
Okay. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I meant to, I want, oh, ow, shit. I wanted to split that up, but yeah. I know that would be funny, Brandy. But I wanted to split that up for two different things. I would not be saying shit about teeth. You know, I still have all my front teeth. They're mine. But and I did before my dental work, but I would never want to make fun of somebody with dental issues because I have my own dental issues. And you know, dental's not no joke. But she wanted to make fun of, you know, my bad dental anxiety and everything and shit and say that I'm faking it. You know, fuck you. And again, that's a double fuck you. She opened that door when she did that, you know, that I'm faking my anxiety and stuff. You know, so she wanted to open that door and make fun of my dental anxieties and everything, which I talked about before I even went to that first dental appointment and told everybody how bad my dental anxieties were and why, and talked about it before I even went to that first appointment. And then, you guys knew I told you what I was getting done. And then, it just got overwhelming and I shut down, and then, yeah. So she wants to be that way. She wanted to be that way about it and say that shit. She opened the door. So, yeah, I'm going to talk shit about her dental shit now. So she did it. We'll get to it then, Brandy. We'll get to it. Yeah, she wants to shame everybody for everything and then act like she's off limits for everything. Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. And we saw the roaches. Agoraphobia, my ass. She had no problem going up there to the Eagle. No problem going, over when she wanted her red beans, rice, and tacos and getting her Coke and all that shit. The only agoraphobia she has is the one that keeps her mouth shut. That didn't make any sense, but no, she doesn't have agoraphobia. You know, well, I'm not. I can't diagnose that, but no, I can't diagnose that. But if she had agoraphobia, she wouldn't be able to get out and be able to do what she does. Not the fun stuff. You know, going out and having fun up at the Eagle at nighttime and during the day and doing all that. No, agoraphobia is not selective. It doesn't say, oh, you're good between 12 and 2, or nope, 11, 12 tonight. You're good. I'm not going to bug you tonight between 11 and 12. Go for it. But on those videos over at AT2, how did you like the comments, Betty? The comments were gold. I have some carne asada in my freezer right now. Yes, she did. I love it. Oh, savage. Savage. Oh, I did catch you calling it a purple dildo. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to go up there and make the correction because I'm not going to deal with the comments that come from that. Probably because she wore all her family out, and by the way she acts, is it any wonder? Is it any wonder why she wore her family out? Hey, Brandy, it seems like you're still behind a little bit. You know how to speed up the video to make it go a little bit faster for catching up, don't you? If she's not yet, she will be. She's not too far behind, so maybe even 1.5 speed. She got in. She was only when she got in here earlier today. She wasn't that far behind, but she may have been popping in and out. Oh yeah, it is. You know what? I don't even have to watch anything weird, and sometimes my feed just goes totally bizarre. You know, and I'm like, where the hell is this coming from? Yeah, I know. When I watch those videos, and I'm like, these videos could have just been done in the past week. You know, change a couple of the names and locations, and I'm like, these videos could have been done just in the past week. You know, it's crazy. You know, and then when I read the comments, I'm laughing even harder because I'm like, this is still the same stuff that we've all been saying to her. It's the same thing. You know, wash, rinse, and repeat. Nothing changes with her. And you're always just fine, Brandy. Oh, I know something else I wanted to address real quick. Did everybody see the birthday greeting that the goblin put up for Anne? For just Anne? What the hell? I must have bumped that. Sorry. Uh, okay. I must have opened that earlier and didn't realize it. Okay. Let me. Let me do a screen share here. I want to show you. I want to show you the screen share or the lovely birthday greeting she put up for her friend. Isn't that a lovely birthday greeting? Oh, Tara has a way of burning most bridges. But, you know, it's one thing, you know, when you're with your friends and you do the, you know, bitch, please, you know, you occasionally, you know, say something like that. I am not big on calling all my friends bitches and hoes. You know, you'll hear a bitch out of me every once in a while, you know, and like I said, you might hear me go, bitch, please, something like that. But cute Stanley. But, you know, something like that, I just think that is the crassest thing to to say to a friend. That is so not cool. So, yeah, Kenergy. There's some context to it, but generally speaking, for everything, and the goblin does that all the time. I mean, everybody's a bitch to her. Yeah, everybody's her bitch. And that's a thing that I don't like. I'm like, what are you, 12? Or what, 15, 16? That's what the high schoolers do. That's one of those things I do not like. So yeah, we can get that off the screen. But well, I'll show you what else is up here. Let's see. Oh, okay. She just updated her community post. Let's see. Yeah, she's doing a drunk stream on Wednesday. So we'll be going live on Wednesday, folks. She's gonna do a drunk stream. Oh, let's see. She's going to be doing her hair. Okay, nothing exciting there. Whoop-de-doo. Big deal. There's the eggs her daddy made. Whoop-de-doo. No big deal. The laundry, the bedding, hung up her clothes. She lives 5 minutes from a good fucking Dollar Tree, and that makes her so happy inside. Oh, here's the grift part of the post. She spent 50 she really didn't have. Who commented? Danity Kane. Is that a sock or is that a sub? We don't know. But she bought stuff for her nail room. Why? Okay. And then you saw this post, right, Shell? Well, we're going to go live for her drunk stream. We might need some libations to get through it as well. I figured it's probably one of the socks too, pretend, because we know she likes to talk to herself because she has no other engagement. Yes, it's the purple butt plug. Yep. So anyway, and then this post made no sense to me. So yeah, she's not getting any engagement really. Nothing. Oh, 10 hours ago, she said she normally spends a couple hours on the phone before she goes on with her day. So she scheduled 87 posts. Really? Got the nail room done last night and she's getting her room done today. Laundry, hella returns at UPS. Staying productive and getting shit done around me on this Monday. Hella returns at UPS, huh? Alrighty then. Okay, I've had enough of that. I asked that yesterday, Brandy. I said that yesterday. How long before Pookie's back in the picture? She's more than a fool. Shelly, take one for the team and ask her. No, don't. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ay, ay, ay. What are you mowing about? Don't you be starting your shit tonight. You hear me? Don't you start your shit tonight. You're going to bite her ear now? Really? Okay, I must have like skipped 5 seconds through that. Help run the shelter better. She can't run anything, but she wants to run a shelter better. Well, she is predictable, isn't she? She is predictable. Loopy Soupy or Leaky Lou? Loopy Soupy. I like that. Oh, Teresa, that is the truth. Preach it. I so wish the hog would put up her diary, her homeless diaries again. He said he had them. I remember him saying that he had them all. And since they all went off her channel, if he put them up, he would have the copyright to them. Hey, Tina, too. Welcome. The topic right now is it's more or less just general. What do you want me to play, Kenergy? Now, if I play someone else's music, I get a copyright thing. So the only time I'll ever play a song from now on, it'll be at the very beginning or the very end, so that as soon as the stream is over, I could go in and edit it out right away. The Roach song is mine, so I don't have to edit. That's mine. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, even when remember when I did hold my hand? I knew I was going to get a takedown. I knew I was going to get hit with that. But yeah, even before um I forget which company that was. They didn't just copyright it. They took the whole stream down on that one. It took them like I think it was like an hour. You know, I'm still feeling out how that was going to work, but I put that at the beginning, and I'm like, let me see how this is going to work out. You know, and oh no, they took the whole stream down for that one. You know, yeah, they didn't even, you know, like tell me, oh well, you know, if you get any money, we get real. No, that one they took the whole damn stream down. It's like, damn, you think you're stars or something. Well, maybe it's a sock of her sock. Her socks are reproducing now. That right there. Yep. Thank you so much, Betty. You take care. We'll see you tomorrow. We could share appointment details. She probably watched him when she was doing that Miss Insanity thing, when she thought she was Miss Insanity, some sort of badass. I thought that was the Miss Insanity phase was music. Thank you, Brandy. She's predictable. The only thing that changes is possibly some of the locations, maybe some names, but everything with her is predictable. I'll bet you if we put things down on a calendar, we would come up with a pattern. We should start. I'm serious. We should do a spreadsheet on her. There would probably be an extremely clear and well-defined pattern. I'd almost put money on that. Oh, that is a great observation, Brandy. Thanks for pointing it out, pretend fashionista. Stanley Cup, thank you so much for being here. Very much appreciated, as always. Oh, I can't do everything on my own. I got gardening season coming up. Oh, Jesus. I remember this sock list, Bliss. I remember seeing this. I'll save that. I'll save that list for another night. We'll do it. We'll do a list of all her socks. I don't know anything about those. I don't know anything about those spreadsheets, Pretend Fashionista. What are you doing up there? Man, Meow Meow's up in the bookcase now behind me doing something. No, because she might earn money from that. What are you doing up there? Stop knocking stuff out. Oh, now she's up on the treadmill behind me. Oh, do tell. I got to hear this story. I'll add that to my list. You know what? I'm beginning to believe that. She jumped up in the bookcase back there and then used that to launch over to here. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is the one that was yowling last night. She's got something up her claw. She's doing something. Come here. Get over here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Get up here. Come on. There she is. She may be a cat, but she usually listens to me when I call her. Well, it's not my job either. Hey, wait a minute. Wait, isn't there a song about making roofs and something? Okay. Okay, there's a joke in there, right? Hey, DJ. Nice to see ya. Hey, this is my entertainment too. Yeah, this is supposed to be de-stressing and entertaining here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? You're chuffing at me. You're chuffing at me. Seriously? You're a chupper. You're a chupper. You're a motherfucking chupper. You're chuffing. Well, at least you're not yowling. What? Okay, so, oh, yeah, and apparently, no, she's not hungry. Well, thank you, Brandy. No, they're wireless whiskers cat feeder. I just checked it. There's 5 pounds of dry food in it. They had wet food earlier. All 3 of their cat waterers are filled with water. She just wants to be annoying, don't you? Is that what you want? Or do you want the claw? You want the claw treatment? The claw. I got you. The claw. Ow. Hold my hair. Can I have the belly? Give me the belly. Give me the belly. Give me that belly. Give me the belly. No, roll over. I want the belly. Roll over. I want the belly. Give me that belly. Give me the belly. Roll over. Roll over. No, I want the belly. Roll over. Roll over. I want the belly. And you're pulling my hair with your nails. Stop it. I'm going to bubbaloo you. There you go. All right, bubbalooed her and she went off. Cat's eye. They get the tea. They are the tea. If I get looked up the wrong way, I get notification. So you look into me too deep, I'll get notification. That comes with having security clearances. Oh. Let me go back to having my avatar up because you don't need to see me. My hair needs washed. And I got to do that tonight. Before I go to bed. Well, I'll do it in the morning. We'll do a fresh blowout in the morning. You're back? You're back? So. So let's see, what else? Yeah, I don't think there's too much else going on. I don't see any excitement looking for tomorrow. Oh, I got a notification. Let's see, what's that? No. Oh, yeah, it was Jello and Skippy. They both had some differing opinions on what was said yesterday about the commentary that was said about the food stamps. Bias? Who's my bias? They both had some other opinions about what was said about food stamps. So and I think we've talked about food stamps a little bit when the cards were cut off back in October with the shutdown. But I'm gonna have to do a quick revisit on those streams and double check because those were more about because of the shut off. But I think we're gonna have to do another talk on that. You know, because of what their comments were, and any great topic always has some different opinions. So yeah, I think that'll make for some good commentary, you know, because we don't always have to be about drama. So that'll make for a good topic. I still have to talk to Terry about doing a stream over here talking about gaslighting, B manipulation. Still want to read a little bit more on the JLR lawsuits, just because some of them are freaking hysterical. They're definitely not anything that you will ever read on a regular anywhere else. It's just, they're just that, you know, crazy, nonsensical. And I like LawTube and stuff, so they're interesting to me, you know. So I don't mean sitting there doing a whole stream on them, but, you know, reading through one or two of them, and they only take a minute, you know, a couple minutes to read. So you know, but it's just something different and absolutely crazy. Oh, AT2 is live right now, by the way, if anybody's interested. What else? I have got to bust a move. I think this weekend I have got to bust a move on the gardening stuff. Oh, thank you, Pretend Fashionista. Yes, Kennergy, I'm reading you. Eat, eat, eat. Do you read me? Wait a minute, who isn't returning? Who's Mannion? Well, I try to, you know, talk about things that interest me, you know, and by proxy, things come up in the chat, things that interest you guys as well. You know, and if you guys mention something and it's something I'm not familiar with, I will look into it, and if it holds my interest, I'll try and talk about it too. Oh, Pretend Fashionista, I don't know if you know, but I am a state certified master gardener. Oh, okay, K-pop. Okay. And I grow a lot of my own food. So mono, okay, mono, no mono. Okay. Okay, I don't know anything that you're talking about, so go ahead, continue, carry on amongst yourselves. Hey, we're a wealth of information around here. You know, I grow multiple kinds of zucchini, and one of my favorite ones to grow is called it's an 8-ball zucchini. And it's because it's about the size of an 8-ball. And there are several other types of zucchini that are about that size and shape, you know, little round ones, and they're great for stuffing. So you make them like you would a stuffed pepper, and they're fantastic. Yes, don't forget the butt plugs. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, there you go. I did download, or I did put out some information y'all use. And Kennerino just listed some Tuesdays. We got a triple Tuesday threat there. Triple Tuesday threat. And yep, and I took your zucchini comment and took it in a completely different direction. Gnarly. Gnarly Tuesdays. That's right. Chikunko. Oh, it is Brandy. I imagine you could do it with the regular ones, but you just don't get as good of a stuffing. But if you have the round ones, like the 8 balls, there's oh crap, I forget what the other round ones I used. They get a little bit bigger. I forget what they're called though. I can't. I grow so much. I can't remember everything right off the like that. But they're a little bit bigger than the 8 ball variety. But they're like a about the size of a very large bell pepper, and they're really good for stuffing. Hollow them out, stuff them with whatever you want. You know, whether you go with a nice meaty stuffing. Well, yeah, with the long ones you'd go with a zucchini boat, but with the round ones, instead of a stuffed pepper, go with the big stuffed zucchinis. So whether you go with a meat stuffing or if you want to keep it vegetarian or vegan, oh, you have unlimited varieties, and they make really great stuffed grain bowls. Fantastic. Pretend Fashionista, thank you so much for being here. Sweet dreams and happy thoughts. I'll do that, Kennergy. I don't have any in the fridge right now, but I will do that the next time I'm getting ready to make some. In fact, maybe on my trip home from Whole Foods tomorrow. Maybe on the way home, I will pick some up. Yeah, the big shopping district, their markets aren't open on Tuesday, so I couldn't even stop by there, which sucks because that would be great. All the exotic fruit. Good night, Bliss. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Oh, I love peppers. I grow so many different varieties of peppers. I grow them for different colors, different shapes. I do the same thing with everything. I grow for color, size, shape, taste. But I'm real big on how they present. You know, whether you're making a pepper salsa or pepper salad, use one pepper. It'll look and taste fantastic. But if you add in, you know, like a tricolor peppers, it looks like you spent all day making it, and it didn't take you any extra time. But it looks like it goes from looking good to looking gourmet just because you added some other colors into the mix. You know, and it's the same with if you make a salsa. Well, just wait till you see the ones that I grow. But it's the same with salsa. You know, if you're using red, orange, yellow, and purple tomatoes, it takes your everyday ordinary salsa and it takes it up another notch. Because it goes from looking like your ordinary everyday salsa or pico, and it makes it look like it's a completely different side or dip or spread or whatever you want to call it. And anybody who's eaten it is going to think that you spent so much more time on it just because it looks so much more elegant, because you eat with your eyes. And you could do that with most vegetables. Because most of your veggies they come in multiple colors. You know, carrots come in multiple colors. You know, your beets, everything. You eat with your eyes. So, but hey, we're coming up on midnight. As much as I am enjoying the chat, we are almost at the 2-hour mark. Not that that's any big deal, because you know we go for marathon sessions around here a lot. But I do have to get up early as well, because I have my appointments in the morning, because I have to do you know, dermatology for my skin screening, because I've already had a couple episodes to go and get cut into. The once on my face, I had the Mohs surgery on my face. I think that was what, a year and a half ago, and I had a something else cut out of my back, and I have to go to the optometry for my glasses. I told you all about that, and then as soon as I get home, depending on what time it is, I have to head over to the women's shelter. And well, not extremely early, Kenergy, but you know, I have to get up early enough so I could jump in the shower, get all the critters fed and watered, you know, stuff like that. But you know, but yeah, and then you know, depending on what time I get back, get over to the women's shelter, and we have some of my gardening stuff I got to do with the ladies. So, but so yeah, tomorrow's a full day. So, I anticipate being on here tomorrow night, but don't hold me to that. It does get a little bit difficult sometimes doing every night, but we will, without a doubt, be live for the Drunk Live. So we'll definitely be live for that. So keep an eye on the community tab to see if we're live tomorrow for sure or not. So until we meet again, my friends, as always, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.